Try again. It didn't work. I tried to upload 23 minutes and it wouldn't go. So I'm going to try again to record Daf Samach. We're up to Daf Nun Tes Amud Beis, the last four words on the Amud. We're in the middle of a sugya, and let me explain it again from the beginning. We were dealing with a contradiction. In our mission it said that if a woman goes out with a ring that doesn't have a seal on it, then it's considered an ornament, and it's an Isser D'Rabbanan because she might take it off the show and come to carry it. However, if she goes out with a ring that does have a seal on it, that would be an Isser D'Oraisa because it's a Masui. The Gemara has the contradiction. There's a mission in Kalim that says that Tachshitei Noshim, that ornaments of women, and included in that list that are Makabel Tumah, are rings that do or do not have a seal, a signet ring. So the Mishnah there says that both with a seal or without a seal are considered Tachshitei Noshim, and our Mishnah said without a seal it's considered a Tachshit, and with a seal it's not considered a Tachshit, it's considered a Masui. The Gemara's answer is it's a Machlokes Reb Nechemia and the Rabbanan. So let us study the Machlokes Reb Nechemia and the Rabbanan and see how that answers our question. Reb Nechemia and the Rabbanan are arguing about whether a ring is Makabel Tumah or not. The rules are a metal object, even if it doesn't have a receptacle, is Makabel Tumah. A wooden object is only Makabel Tumah if it has a receptacle. The Rabbanan hold that a ring, whether it has a seal or not, the ikar is the ring. So if the ring is made of metal, it's Makabel Tumah, and if the ring is made of wood, it's not Makabel Tumah. But a ring that has a seal, the ikar is the ring. On the other hand, Reb Nechemia says a ring that has a seal, the ikar is the seal. So if the seal is made of metal, it's Makabel Tumah. If the seal is made of wood, it's not Makabel Tumah. So what's the key machlokes between Reb Nechemia and the Rabbanan? A ring that has a seal, according to Reb Nechemia, the ikar is the seal, and according to the Rabbanan, the ikar is the ring. The Mishnah in Kalim goes according to the Rabbanan, that the ikar is the ring. So if the ikar is the ring, then whether it has a seal or not, it's considered a tachshit. And for a woman to wear it out on Shabbos will be only Nisr D'Rabbanan. According to Reb Nechemia, the ikar is the seal. If the ikar is the seal, so if it's a ring with a seal, and women don't normally wear rings with seals, therefore it will be considered a masli. So again, the Mishnah in Kalim that says both types of rings are considered a ornament goes aliba D'Rabbanan, that even a ring that has a seal, the ikar is the ring. But our Mishnah that says that if the ring has a seal, it's considered a masli, goes according to Reb Nechemia. The ring with a seal, its key component is the seal, and since women normally don't wear rings with seals, therefore it's considered a masli. Ba'oil, when you have a yoke around an animal's neck, halech achar simloinov, the ikar is the posts that hold the yoke in place around the animal's neck. If they're made of wood, then it's not makabel tumah, and if it's made of metal, it is makabel tumah. Bekoilov, a post that a storekeeper puts in his window and hangs merchandise on it, halech achar mas meraisav. It depends what the pegs coming out of the post are made of. If it's made of metal, it's considered a metal utensil and it's makabel tumah. If it's wood, it's considered a wooden utensil, it's not makabel tumah. Besulam halech achar shlivoisav. When it comes to a ladder, it depends on the rungs. If the rungs are metal, it's a kli matches, which is makabel tumah. If it's wood, it's a kli eitz, that's not makabel tumah. But arsi, if you have a scale which has a horizontal bar on top, and from the two sides of the horizontal bar there are chains that are holding cups, which hold whatever you want to weigh. Halech achar shaloisav. It depends on the chains that go from the horizontal bar to the cups. If they're made of metal, it's considered a kli matches. If they're of wood, it's considered a kli eitz. The chacham hold hakoil halech achar mamed. The ikar is the stand. Whether you have a post that's holding garments, or you have a scale, or you have a ring, the ikar is its base. So with a ring, it depends what the ring is. It doesn't matter on the seal. If you have a post, it depends what's the base of the post. If you have a scale, what's the base of the scale? If it's metal, it's makabel tumah. And if it's wood, it's not makabel tumah. So that's, again, one more time, the answer to the contradiction. In our Mishnah, it says if a woman wears a ring that doesn't have a seal, it's a tachshit, which is an Isser D'Rabbanan. If it does have a seal, it's considered a masui, which is an Isser D'Oraisa. Goes aliba de Reb Nechemia that the ikar is the seal. So if the ikar is the seal, women don't normally wear seals, and therefore it's a masui. According to the Rabbanan, the ikar is the mamid, and the mamid is the ring. So regardless of whether the ring has a seal or doesn't have a seal, if the ikar is the ring, then the Mishnah and Kalim called them both a tachshit. Rava Amar Rava says, Litzdadim Ktani, the Mishnah and Kalim really meant two ways. Yeshala Chaisim, if it has a seal, it is a tachshit, but the ish, then it's an ornament for a man, because men wear rings with seals. Ein Chaisim tachshit ish. If it doesn't have a seal, then it's an ornament for a woman, but if it has a seal for a woman, it would be Nisa Deraisa. Rav Nachman Yitzchak says, Tuma Shabbos Karamis. You're asking me a contradiction from a Mishnah in Shabbos to a Mishnah in Kalim that has to do with Tuma, because Tuma Klimasa Merachmana V'Kelihu. When it comes to Tuma, it doesn't matter whether it's an ornament or it's a utensil. As long as it's made of metal, it's Makabel Tuma. So what the Mishnah meant in Kalim is, when the Mishnah in Kalim said, Tachshite Noshim Tmeim, it didn't really mean that with a ring or with a seal or without a seal, it's a tachshit. Bein sheyesh aleh chaysim, it'll be makabel tuma as a tool. Bein she'ein aleh chaysim, it'll be makabel tuma as a tachshit. Whereas Shabbos mishumasi amarachmana, as ein aleh chaysim tachshit. By Shabbos, if it doesn't have a seal, then it's an ornament for a woman, which is an isur derabanan. Yesh aleh chaysim, if it has a seal, it's a masui, which is an isur deraisa. But for Tumah, both ways it's makabel Tumah, either as a tachshit or as a masui. Either as a tachshit or as a tool. A woman is not allowed to go out with a needle that doesn't have a hole because it's a tachshit and that's an isur derabanan. L'may chazia, why if she goes out with it, is she not over an isur deraisa? Rav Yosef says it's considered a tachshit, not a masui. If hair comes out of a woman's hat, she takes this pin, wraps the hair around the pin, and sticks it in under her hat. Then it should be considered like a garter belt, like a belt that helps hold up a sock, b'tishtri, and that's mutter. Because the same way a woman, even if she has a fancy garter belt, is not going to show it to anybody because her socks will fall, is the same way a woman that has this fancy machat is not going to show it to anybody because the hair that it's holding will come out. Rather, Tirgamar of Adon Arsha Kameder of Yosef Hol V'isha Chalekes Basara. It is a tool that a woman uses in order to to make a part in the hair of her head. That's good during the week, but b'Shabbos l'may chazia, on Shabbos you don't make a part in the hair of your head. So the chayr should be a masui. Amarava, so Rava says, Tas shel zav yesh la roisha. This pin has a golden top, like a head of a nail. B'chol chalekes basara. During the week she uses the pointy part of the pin to make a part in her hair. B'Shabbos manichasa keneged patachta. On Shabbos she sticks the pin into her hat or into her hair, but the top of this pin is made of gold. She has that near her forehead, and it's an ornament. And being an ornament, it's an isur d'Rabbanan. Zok the Mishnah, Lo yetzeu ish b'sandal ha'mesumer. A person shouldn't go out on Shabbos with a sandal that has it's a wooden sole, has leather straps over it, and on the bottom part of the sole they attach the leather straps to the wooden sole with nails. You can't go out with that on Shabbos. V'loy b'yochid, a person shouldn't go out wearing a single shoe, either because you'll suspect that he's carrying the other one, or because if people make fun of him that he's wearing one shoe, he may come to take it off and carry it. Bisman shein b'raglei maka. But if he does have a wound on one foot, then it's perfectly okay for him to wear one shoe. V'loy b'tefillin, he can't go out on Shabbos wearing tefillin. V'loy b'kameya, he can't go out with an amulet. Bisman she'enim and amumcha, if it's not an expert and proven amulet. V'loy b'shiryan, he can't go out with armor. V'loy b'kazda, nor with a metal helmet. V'loy b'magafayim, magafayim are like shoes, but they went high, metal like shin protectors and thigh protectors in battle, because it looks like he's going out to war, so it's also in the Darabana to go out with it. But if he did, since it's something that he wears, he's not chayiv chatas. Why is it also for a person to go out with this sandal that has these nails that are nailed in from the bottom of the shoe to attach the straps to the sole? Amar Shmuel says, Shilfei hagzeira hayu. Now there's one girsa, not gezeira, but shmad. which was against the Christians, but the censors took out the word shmad and put in gzeira. And the word shilfe either means shilfe, people trying to escape the gzeira, or escape the shmad, or shilfe means shilhei, towards the end of the era. On Shabbos, people were hiding in a cave to keep Shabbos and trying to stay away from the goyim. And they made a rule: if somebody wants to sneak into the cave, he can, because he'll watch carefully to make sure that nobody's watching him. But nobody should leave, because people who leave might scamper out and not watch carefully that there might be people in ambush, unless afterwards, when everybody's ready to leave, they will check with 1,000 eyes to make sure that there's nobody watching. One time, somebody came in, but his shoe was on backwards, so the footstep looked like somebody had gone out. The people inside the cave thought that somebody had gone out, and the enemies had seen him, and now the enemy is going to come and kill them. So there was a panic. They pushed each other and killed each other because they were wearing these nails on the bottom of their shoes. And in the panic, in the riot that broke out, as they were running deeper in the cave, they killed each other more than the goyim did. Rabbi Lo ben Elazar says, they were just sitting in the cave. They heard the sound of soldiers on top of the cave. They thought the enemy is coming. They pushed each other and killed of each other unintentionally, more than the enemy killed of them. Rami Bar Yechaskel says, not in a cave, but they're in a shul. They heard noise from behind the Beis HaKnesses. They thought the enemy is coming. So they started to push each other and running in fear. And they killed each other more than the enemy killed of them. Then they said, you shouldn't go wear these shoes with nails at the bottom on Shabbos. If it's dangerous, you shouldn't wear it during the week either. But the story happened on Shabbos. In other words, they're not really afraid of a recurrence, but since it happened on Shabbos, so they made a gzeira that this is the way you'll remember. L'chayr, this is the way you'll remember this terrible thing that happened, that a whole week you can wear it, and Shabbos you can't. So you remember, why can't we wear it on Shabbos? Because one Shabbos this terrible thing happened. So you remember that this thing once happened. B'yontiv lishtri, why can't you wear it on Yontiv? Alama Tanan, why did we learn that b'yontiv, bain avaloi sandlam summer v'loi minel shein atafur, it's a Mishnah Bay, you're not allowed to send a friend a sandal that has nails in it, or a shoe that's not sewn up, because you can't wear it, or you're not allowed to wear it on Yontiv. If the Masa happened on Shabbos, why did they make Gzera Yontiv? The answer is b'Shabbos ma'itama dika knufya. On Shabbos, why is it prohibited? Because that's when people gather together, because there's no work. So b'Yontiv nami yika knufya. People gather together on Yontiv, so therefore they were geyser not to wear sandal sumer on a day where there's a gathering. Tanis Tzibur also Ikikinufia is Litzer. On the Tanis Pid is also a gathering, so maybe we should answer wearing sandal and a summer on a Tanis. Masakihava Bikinufia di Surah. The story happened when there was a gathering of Isser Malacha, like Shabbos, and Yontiv also has an Isser Malacha. But Hacha by Tanis Tzibur Kinufia de Teirava. It's a gathering where you're allowed to do Malacha, so they didn't make Exer on that day. I'm going to try to keep it short, but I hope there's a ritva that really gives a beer on the sugya. I'm just very nervous that this thing should be able to upload. There's a famous machlokes between Reb Chanina ben Akiva and the Rabbanan. One time they were trying to transport some mechatas, and they transported it on a canoe in the Yarden, and they found a gazais ben ames in the canoe. So Reb Chanina ben Akiva said they only made a gzeira never again to transport mechatas on a canoe on the Yarden. And the Rabbanan said that there were guys who are never to transport mechatos over any water, with a canoe, or a yarden, or another water, or even to throw it across the water. Even according to Reb Chanina ben Akiva, who says that the Gzeir is made exactly the way it happened, only a canoe in the yarden, but nevertheless, Hani Mili, that's only yarden, the Shani Mishar Naharis, because the yarden is similar than other rivers. Yontiv and Shabbos and Shabbos are very similar, because the Mishnah says in Megillah, the Tanan, Ein beYontiv l'Shabbos l'echel nefesh b'vad. The difference in Yom Tov and Shabbos is only on Shabbos you can't cook even for food. On Yom Tov you can cook for food. But otherwise Yom Tov and Shabbos are the same, and therefore they're the same way they made Gzeira on Shabbos, they made Gzeira on Yom Tov. Okay, I'll try to upload this, and if it goes, I'll have more time, I'll explain a little better.